my research is really to tell the whole story of any infrastructure policy, particularly in the transportation policy, transportation technology, new transportation business models, and I want to add the lens of environment and health to other traditional performance measures that decision makers have been looking at. If you look at human history, infrastructure played such a fundamental role in shaping our human daily life as well as our civilization. But we know that the most fundamental, very important thing for human beings, individuals or collectively, is health. While infrastructure systems are supporting our lives, we should also be very aware of and having solutions to mitigate and to minimize how the built environment, how the infrastructure adversely impact our well-being, including our public health. Emissions from transportation kill more people than accidents. It's hard for people to believe, but it's verified, for example, in Journal of Lancet. That discovery was made back in the 2000. And let's say, okay, let's take care of our traffic safety because we say, we talk about, seatbelt rules. We want people to, abide by all the safety rules. And let's make our cars cleaner. Actually, the cars we are driving today is 95% cleaner than the cars people drove back in the 1970s. But there's always challenge. Now, vehicle miles traveled is way higher than per capita vehicle miles traveled back in the 1970s. If you think about electric vehicle, many people say, yeah, it's zero emission from the tailpipe. But please keep in mind, where does our electricity come from? Actually, there has been studies showing that if our power plants are not clean, if you convert to electric vehicles prematurely, from a holistic point of view, actually you could hurt community health if you're using a very dirty energy source for your electricity. When we want to solve this problem, one way is to think about technology. Another way is to think about changing human behavior. How do we change human behavior? Actually, that also depends on technology. For example, the pandemic tested telecommuting, working from home, right? And then you reduce a lot of travel demand. And you no longer have congested traffic. You also reduce emissions. So working from home, telecommuting, it's more related, the behavior change, demand management. Some people ask, okay, what is the biggest danger, right, for us in terms of dealing with infrastructure and health? I can say that, the biggest danger is to not realize this kind of problem. And unfortunately, in our world today, the majority of our general public and our policymakers, our decision makers, the majority of them, they are not aware of this. But I remain very optimistic, and I believe that human intelligence and human wisdom, under certain circumstances, in certain ecosystem, will help us solve those problems.